Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pokemon Emerald Let's Play here on the Heavy Physics channel. Now that we've completed Petalburg City, and we have a new member of our squad in the form of Talo. They're all level 7, except for Trico, who's level 9, Zigzagoon, which is that, and of course Talo, our brand newest member. Why is that? Flying type is pretty much supreme in this game, and, well, we need a flying type anyway. Cascoon is just pretty much showing off the, Actually, you're right. Cascoon is actually just showing off here. One of the key aspects there is just because I wanted to show off the evolution traits. This is probably going to be the last video I'm going to be featuring Cascoon, because I'm going to be replacing him in the near future. Why is that? Because Dustox and Beautiful are useless? Yes, they are. Let's go inside Mr. Briny's house. The only reason why you would have a Beautifly or a Dustox is because you have a fully evolved Pokemon in your disposal and you don't really want to catch them. That's just easy money anyway. Here are 2 Oran Berries. Oh yes. Berries are very important in this game, especially if you have Oran Berries. If you're low on funds to buy potions, you could just buy Oran Berries. You could have Oran Berries to help your Pokemon recover anyway. And the Pokemon here. We have another trainer battle. Yes we do. Yes we do. Alright then. She has a Zigzagoon in her squad, and I'm using Ralts. Now, it's beyond level 6. It actually has a powerful move at its disposal, which can actually help. This is Confusion. It actually has Stab Attack, and is actually pretty powerful at this point, mainly due to the fact it just took half of Zigzagoon's health away. Which really doesn't... which helps, actually, because we need a special sweeper, as I mentioned in the last part, and Ralts fits the bill. It's one of the best offensive Pokemon, and due to the fact that we're going to be using primarily 3rd gen Pokemon, as opposed to using 1st, well, there'll be some guest stars in the future. So let's go inside Petaburg Woods, the focus of our entire battle. So let's go inside with the Bug Pokemon team, which is pretty bad considering you pretty much announced your bloody element. Do not ever announce a type in a battle begins, otherwise you're just going to be completely destroyed. Watch this. See? Talo's Peck is a flying type. It's a bug type. Super effectiveness. It's simple, really. It's like science. Science! Anyway, another Talo here, and you gotta take it out with a Peck attack, which is pretty simple here. Of course, obviously. Now, get some elementals. I think we'll swap out because we don't want Pokemon to get more than others. So anyway, let's bring up Zigzagoon. Now, the reason why I chose Zigzagoon as a normal type in this game is primarily 1, its pickup ability, which was nerfed from the first one, but mostly because of its exquisite move it picks up in this generation. Yes, it picked up extreme speed, as I mentioned before, and in Gen 3, hidden power is still physical. Which means this Pokemon actually still gets some use. Although the consensuous choice would have been, go get a Slarkoth. But unfortunately, since we are in the area, Slarkoth are very, very rare to find. As Chuckle Conroy pointed out in one of his recent Let's Plays, one of his parts in the same area, it took nearly 30 minutes to find the fucking thing. I lucked out and managed to get this in about 5 minutes. Which is surprisingly. Anyway, we go look for another Pokemon here as well in the woods. One of my favorites, of course, from Gen 3, which is not of course Trico. When we find the Pokemon, I'll get to describe it. It's actually one of my favorites. Right, we're coming up to an event battle here, and as we picked up this Paralyze Heal, which is we're going to be using later on, go across here, and we have an event. It looks like it's someone who's running away. Trying to find a Shroomish, but unfortunately, yeah. Hello? It's a Devon researcher and he's after those papers. Anyway, let's show off. This is Team Aqua. This is at least the first introduction of one of our two teams in this game. These are pirates, the terrible kind anyway. He has a put you in at level 9, oh shit. But you have a Cascoon, an evolved Pokemon. Normally what happens is evolved Pokemon have better defenses, which is why I'm using Cascoon here. Cascoon has Poison Sting. Unfortunately, it's not good, but it's the best we're going to be dealing with, since pretty much, in theory, Cascoon would actually have, in the update, it would have used Bug Bite to kill this thing. Unfortunately, the Gen 3, these are as useless as Metapod and Kakuna. Actually, technically, Kakuna would have been more useful. Now we actually got him poisoned, he's going to lose much health, which is pretty good considering that it'll do a lot of damage anyway. So, here's the reason why Silcoon and Cascoon were introduced in this generation. Metapods can only tackle, and Kakunas can only poison sting. So, time to mix the both of them together, and we have tackle and poison sting in the same moveset, alongside Harden. Which is a bit weird, because these two are like hybrids. Oh, of course, they get better. I mean, they get better choice moves. I mean, Silcoon is more of special attack based, and, well, Dustox, as useless as it is more defensive based, but considering this, it's a bug poison type, not one of the best offensive moves out there, well, you just gotta work with it. So let's try and help it along with some tackle, which actually does a decent amount of damage. And then, if you wait for it to die by poison, which it kinda does, you get 105 experience. But since it's an evolved Pokemon, it pretty much takes a lot longer to evolve your Pokemon, you see. It depends on different levels. Anyway, since you've beaten the Team Aqua agent, now you have to say that he has to run away. So we're gonna have to, like, let him go. He didn't rob me, so basically, he gives you a Great Ball. And a Great Ball is very useful. One, it's a stronger Pokeball, which is going to be used for stronger creatures. And he now runs off back to Rustboro City, which is where we're heading to. So, and now we have an item that we can claim from the Zigzagoon, which we do, since it's actually much useful and a lot better. Anyway, let's see if we can actually try and find a Pokemon here that we can easily use. And there it is, folks, the Slockoth, one of the 5% rarity. Oh yes. And I'm stupid enough to look for a male Slockoth, which means, oh yeah, we're not going to be picking him up in this episode. Fuck that. Yeah. So, let's get out Zigzagoon. It's better levels. Now, I'm going to try and find a good grass Pokemon in the woods. Why? Because you're going to be spending a lot of time searching through these grass bushes. Yes. And as you mentioned, this is a 13-minute video. Kind of look like from the description. But we have another trainer battle here. If you take bug Pokemon... No! That's because you'll probably get liked by the geeks. Anyway, here's 2 bug Pokemon in this team. A new bug type, which is a bug ground type. It's a Nincada. Nincada! And it uses Leech Life. Leech Life is a pretty good move here. Mostly due to the fact that you need a new Pokemon. Nincada has 2 methods of evolution. First, it evolves naturally to its second form, Ninjask, which is actually one of the best bug types in the game, because it is one of the earliest and the efficient method of Baton Passer. Second evolves into a... Yeah, second one evolves into a Shenanigans, which is one of the most rarity of Pokemon because it only has 1 health. But it has an ability called Wonder God anyway. I'm sending it. This is what you don't do: is don't send a grass type out against a bug type. You'll see why, despite the fact that pretty much. Actually, no, he's been doing stupid mistakes. And my Trico is actually very strong for a level 10, for a level 9 Pokemon. And just 2-hit knocks out that bloody Nincada in 2 moves. And that's the end of that. So, let's see if we can try and find that other Pokemon, shall we? If we can. Grab this Ether, because just in case one of your moves is out of health. Or whatever. Right. Let's see if we can track it down this time. And approaching the 10-minute mark, still no sign of that bloody Pokemon at all. Indeed. Yeah, still no bloody sign of it. Anyway, you can't go through there until you got the HM, which we're going to be getting in the city. And at last, near 10 minutes, we have found our grass type. This is a Shroomish. Shroomish has grown popularity over the years. It was introduced in Gen 3. In Gen 4, he picked up a very powerful move. In Gen 5, he's still being used. Thank you freaking God. Anyway, you should be weak enough for me to throw this at him, which I do. Kind of once. Nope, need to take his health down a bit more. And just hoping the second poke, I'm going to have to use a potion here, because of my Zigzagoon needs health a lot. Like that, for instance. Okay, let's tackle him again and get him down to the yellow health bar. There we go. As you notice, Shroomish has absorbed himself. Despite this, he's actually more physically based. He's one of the first few grass types to be acceptable in the physical department because of his evolution, Breloom. 2, 3. Nope. This is going to be a stubborn little bastard, aren't we? Yeah, struggle here actually, surprisingly. Anyway, let's try it one more time, and hopefully, Shroomish will join our team. Once, twice, thrice, and he's ours. All right. So Shroomish now technically joins the team as a backup. Despite this, he's a pretty good grass type, so. It's got the good defenses. I mean, it could be acceptable. Just in case I need a backup Pokemon. So, now that we're outside Route 104, we can pick out more berries. These are cherry berries. Try saying that shit 10 times fast. And more orange berries, which we really need them. Now we're going to go inside this house here into the north, as you can see. Talk to him. Pretty much talk to this guy, and he will give you Bullet TM09, which is a new move called Bullet Seed. It's still special here, but they split it. It's now a physical grass attack. So this is the Pretty Petal Flower Shop, and basically you can learn how to grow berries. And this is one of the 3rd gen's unique things. So let's take a peek at this one. Now we just go around there and talk to this chick here, and she will give you the Wilma Pail. It's the Squirtle Pail and the Squirt Bottle in the second one. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's because in 3rd gen there's no something to do. Anyway, she gives you random berries. In this case, she'll give you the Persimmon Berry. And now they'll make berries. Oh, great. Right, I believe we're at the end of the episode. Sorry for this hastiness, but we're pretty much there. So, in the next part, we're going straight to Rustboro. This route is the last thing before we get off into the next one. So, I'll see you next time.